wonderful, wonderful humans. This reading will be for the super full moon in Virgo on the 6th or 7th, depending on where you are in the world. Additionally, on the 7th, Saturn moves into Pisces. So when you put all of that together, coupled with what we just had with the 3-3 portal, and really all the events that we had leading up from the beginning of the year, this part is like the rebirth, okay? In the sense that we're moving out of Saturn energy, which tends to be, it's the planet of karma, and we're moving, and it's like the strict father of planets, although it's going through its evolutionary process just as we are, just as Gaia is, just as everything. So Saturn's going through its own evolution as well, and it's actually leaving some of that strict father energy behind as it moves into Pisces, and also that karma, being the planet of karma, it's also leaving that behind as it moves into Pisces, and it will be more of flowing and intuitive energy that comes through, interestingly enough. When you couple that with the Virgo full moon, Virgo is the Virgin, it's the Hermit card in tarot. It's looking within, it's being a light for others on their path, okay? And so there's going to be this burst of new energy, and also releasing any, because the Hermit Virgos can sometimes be perfectionist or super organized, and so this is a time to release that really structured, like structure will be falling away with both of these astrological events, especially coupled together, and it being a super full moon, which is like releasing that perfectionism, structured, super organized, and just being a more flowing and listening to your intuition and going from there. That's the energy that we're entering into, and the energy that is being released collectively, not only within us, but on a microcosm, but on the macrocosm as well, in regard to Gaia, the universe, the multiverse, the omniverse. It's just a fractal reflections, okay? So that's the energy that's coming up, and it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. I'm already starting to feel it today. The day that I'm recording this is Saturday, and yesterday was just such a beautiful energy. The Empress energy coming through for the 3-3 portal was absolutely beautiful, and it's leading up to this release, okay, and also what I described that we're going into. It's a wonderful energy to tap into. There's a lot of abundance to be had here. There's a lot of newness. It's a releasing of past structures, and yeah, learning to be in the flow and dance in the flow of these quickly shifting energies. And it's going to be this way for the next 3 years in particular, because that's how long Saturn's going to be in Pisces. Okay, other than that, I hope you guys are doing well, and let's get started. Yeah, let it go as I cut the deck. So it's definitely that releasing, and then you see the two birds here with the green heart. So the heart chakra is being activated with this, and it's learning to live from the heart space. This is also where forgiveness and gratitude come in, so and compassion. So when you utilize those, it will be easier to let things go. And it's also this big release of structure, karma, all the other things that I mentioned in the beginning. Yeah, sacred reverence, again with the heart, is the key. leading from the heart and being in that, the heart flow is the key for all these shifting energies. For the collective, for the super Virgo full moon. And also that sacred reverence is, to me, I see that as unlocking the new, okay? Unlocking the new energies, the Virgo Virgin energies, that sacred reverence. And really that what's standing out to me about that card is having intention with your actions and your words and your deeds. What is the intention behind those? Really looking at that, making sure that those are pure, your intentions are pure for the highest good of all. Okay, healing the heart space. Yeah, so definite heart chakra activations for this upcoming super full moon, okay? And again with the feathers here, and so it's just reiterating that message, leading from the heart space and letting things go, leading with compassion, forgiveness, grace, gratitude. That's going to be huge, supporting these energies. Yeah, because then the possibilities are endless. Then you're really, when you lead from that place, you are going to be so supported by the divine, because you then become an instrument of the divine, right? And the possibilities are endless. So I'm also seeing some third eye activations here. And I see a lot of stars in this card. I see a lot of stars in this card. So that is like hope, rejuvenation. When you tap into those energies, you get these bursts of energy. You have more energy, like you feel rejuvenated. You feel rejuvenated. Because source is unconditional. So when you tap into that, those pure energies, it's endless. Yeah, rock bottom. So some of you may be feeling depleted or not sure which steps to take next on your path. Let's see what's going on with that. Deep freeze. Yeah, deep freeze. Some of you may feel stagnant. That's changing, yeah. Because there's things that need to be wished well before you can move on. So that's a message that's coming through. And that may not be for everyone, but there's something that someone's been holding on to that is causing their energy to be stagnant, and Spirit's saying, don't forget to have fun, be playful. We have the ride the wave right here, right? This wave of energy that's coming in with these astrological events are really assisting you to release, to let things go that you've been hanging on to. That comes from the mind, okay? So Spirit's saying get into the heart, and it will help you to ride this wave of energies and to release things from the past that are no longer serving you. Yeah, because you need that wisdom, right? There's still like a bigger picture, a pearl, a gem of wisdom from that experience that you need for your path going forward. So Spirit's saying, look at that, glean that pearl of wisdom so that you can progress on your path, because you may not be looking at it, it may be too painful, but Spirit's saying it's time to address this, because I feel like you're trying to go down your path by circumnavigating this instead of facing it, and Spirit's like, no, you need to address this before these next steps on your path unfold. Yeah, this has to be looked at, this has to be addressed. There's something that some people in the collective may not be wanting to look at, but there's a lot to be learned. This card is education. there's a lot to be learned from what happened. All right, there's definitely gems of wisdom to be gained from it going forward, and it has to do with the heart space. That's what's coming up. So yeah, when you look at it from the mind, when you look at it from the mind, you can't see the whole picture. When you feel it from the heart space, that's when wisdom starts streaming through you and your path starts to progress, okay? There may also be something near and dear to your heart that you've been choosing to study or read about or look into lately, and Spirit is acknowledging this and saying there's a lot of magic to be had with what you're studying, so keep doing it. Yeah, because there's some big possibilities and opportunities regarding what you're studying or reading or learning about on your path. That's also coming up here. Let's get a Starseed. Yeah, cracked open, rock bottom. So that's come up twice now. This rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Yeah. So rock bottom is an opportunity for us to be cracked open, right? For our heart space to be cracked open. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before in Lost Lands. So there may be ancient gifts that you recently discovered, that recently came about, that you realized that you had, that you've been working with. That's definitely reflected here. Vulnerability is reflected here with this cracked open. And also what I'm seeing is a shedding of a layer, that is revealing a more authentic you at the core. All right, and sometimes it does take rock bottom for this to happen. So that's what I'm seeing here. Like a shedding of conditioning, a shedding of what no longer resonates with you and your being. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So a lot of what I'm seeing that is being released is from coping mechanisms like unhealthy codependency patterns, unhealthy habits, addictions. Okay, that's pretty clear here. Ways or substances that you use to cope with emotions. That's coming up a lot here. And this is actually going to be in the heart of the reading. So that's the focus for what this is, what this energy is. So I'm definitely seeing how this relates to the Saturn into Pisces transit and the Virgo super full moon regarding purity and newness, okay? Whale and Orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Yeah, so use sound frequencies during this time to help release anything that you're working on for the betterment of your being and your evolution, and call in on Orca and Whale spirit, because those Syrian elders want to work with you. And from my communications with the Syrian whales, they always come bearing a gift. So if you have interactions with whales in your dreams or in your meditations or in your astral experiences, whatever the case, or if they're like an animal totem to you, they always come bearing a gift, whether it's healing, revealing a new skill, anything, helping you to release. They are always assisting and bringing gifts. That was a very clear message that they've told me in the past. So call on them to help with this. If you're having struggle loosening that grip, loosening that control or that illusion of control, if you're trying to release unhealthy patterns, if there's a substance or something else that you're addicted to that, you know, you want to start working on releasing, Whale Spirit is here to assist you. Yeah, adventure south when I cut the deck. So this is about going deep. This is about really, really going deep, okay? Really going within that Virgo Hermit energy. Well, we got 2 here. So we have beginnings and ignition. Yep, new beginnings. This is in the upcoming energy, right? This is all that new energy that you're learning to work with, all right? That you're learning to harness, this portal of new energies, this influx coming in to work with. And I mean, look at this card, right? It's like this beautiful new pure portal with this hermit looking figure next to it. Beginnings. And so what this is saying also, because it says east here, is to call on the east, because that's where the sun rises from. So it's like that new and that new start. And then also we have ignition, fire. So, and fire really helps to cleanse and burn away. So work with fire as cautiously, work with fire as well, or call in fire spirit, or do some candle work if you want to keep it simple. Yeah, and then what this is saying is time and discipline. So there's this lady under the tree with all these clocks. So the work, what this is saying to me is that the work that you've put in and that you have been disciplined about in the recent past, it's really going to support this. You've built like a solid foundation for this new energy to come in, and things are just going to take off. So if there's something that you've been working on really diligently over the past, you know, couple months, couple years, whatever the case may be, things are about to pick up, and this new energy coming in is going to support that. And that also flows in with, or that also ties in with Saturn moving into Pisces, because it's like Saturn is that planet of discipline, right? So, and now that it's moving into more that free flowing creative type energy, it's like all that work that you've done, it's really going to start to come alive and take shape in the physicality, because of the time and the discipline and the effort that you've put in. Yeah, solar plexus. This is about thriving, okay? Thriving. Yeah, and abundance. Look at all this golden yellow energy here when I cut the deck. Yep. So what drives you? What does abundance mean to you? Yeah, does it have to do with the healing arts? The collective. Heart. Okay. Unlocking your heart. Door to romance, with those doors opening up. So love is abundance. Love is unconditional love is a currency, right? And I don't mean that in a physical sense, man holding a coin, but when you act from that place, it is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's priceless, right? It's priceless. And Spirit takes note of that, and that energy is reciprocated to you. And it may not be financially, it may be. It depends on your path and your mission and the resources that are needed for what you came here to do. However, there seems to be this huge underlying theme of love. Okay, so that's the basis. That's the foundation for all these other things to occur, whether you're starting a new business, whether you're investing or something, or trying to build something, whether you're trying to be self-reliant or self-dependable. in regard to your finances. Love is the basis, and that's really going to set the stage for what's to come over the next 3 years. Also, this is earth energy, a lot of earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy coming through, which makes sense with the Virgo full moon. Let's clarify with tarot. Yeah, so we have the Nine of Voices here and the High Priestess. And the message that I'm getting from this is the mind space will block this energy. So really try to shift from here to here as much as possible, because that's really where your intuition is going to kick in and things are going to start being revealed to you. That Nine of Swords, you know, stuck up in your head mental energy is really, it's gonna block this energy. So try to get out of that as much as possible and drop down into your heart space. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. So this is what is being released, okay? And it's this feeling of these abandonment wounds, these wounds that are from a place of lack, like I don't have enough resources, I don't have enough finances, I'm feeling alone, okay? These are all feelings that Spirit's really going to have an influx through the heart chakra to help to heal these vibrations in your field with this, okay? I'm actually getting this as things that just came through with the 3/3 portal in the recent past, but it's kind of all tied together with what's coming up with this big release and new influx of energies on Monday, Tuesday. What I'm also seeing here is someone may actually have been having heart problems. You or someone that you know, and Spirit is working with them on this. It's part of their path. So don't be so controlling over the circumstances if that message is for you. All right, so the Sun and the Seven of Voices. Okay, so interesting. Yeah, so I see a lot of illumination here about deceptive energies that you're seeing right through. That goes along with the third eye upgrade, okay? And also about you may have been pursuing a path that you thought was the right way to go, and then with these energies that just came in and are leading up to the super full moon, you're realizing, oh, this is actually the direction I'm it's like your intuition will help to correct your direction, okay? Or to guide you in a slightly different direction. Yeah, you may have gotten distracted about something shiny is what I'm seeing here. There was something maybe a little shiny that was distracting you. But it's okay. It looks like things were illuminated and you're able to see more clearly now. Yeah, because see with Page of Voices at the bottom with the glasses, you're seeing more clearly now, like, oh, this is actually the direction that is most in alignment with me. And it has to do with control, okay? So that's something that you may be seeing about the way that you try to control your path and force instead of allowing the path to be revealed naturally. Yeah. Where's that spark, right? Follow that spark. Ace of Inspiration, the Ace of Wands, right? What sets your soul on fire? Follow that. Yeah, that's what's going to bring you that stability. Okay, that nourishment for your soul when you follow that fire. Yeah, follow it. Eight of Emotions. walking away from what is no longer emotionally fulfilling and heading towards that 10 of Cups, which is complete emotional fulfillment. So there's a big message of walking away from things that you thought you wanted and actually following your soul's inspiration, your soul's what sets your soul on fire. It's like you're finding that and you're following that, and that's what's going to be revealed with this Virgo super full moon and when Saturn moves into Pisces. Yeah, it's really going to happen that fast, like within a couple of days. There's these realizations that are going to be made, like, oh, I need to follow this because this just lights me up. And that thing that I thought I wanted, no. Yep, and here we go, the Hermit, Virgo energy, right? And this is right under this beginnings east. So really call on the direction of the east, okay? It's those pure, new beginning energies coming through. These other like deceptive energies built in or founded in a sense of lack or from the abandonment wound, those are going to be cleared with this and with Saturn moving into Pisces. And it's about this introspection, okay, following your true path. And there's also new paths opening up with these endless possibilities when you lead from your heart space. So those are all beautiful messages coming through. Let's get one more. This is door to romance. Yeah, 3 of Wands. So things will be unlocked if you're curious about your love life. Things are in the works. Things are on their way to you. So be patient with that. Also, what I'm seeing is there may be something that you've waited for a long time, that the door is opening, and this could have to do with a romantic connection. And it's kind of in the upcoming energy after the full moon. Also, what I'm seeing here is an underlying sense of patience, okay? With these dominoes here, I feel like there's things that you're trying to set up regarding your romantic connections, and it doesn't have to be romantic connections. That's definitely coming through as a strong message, but it could be in regard to like close friends or family or soul family as well. But it's like the message I'm getting is in regard to these meaningful connections, you're trying to set up these dominoes, and just as quickly as you're trying to set something up, some of them keep knocking over and you keep having to straighten them up again. And at the heart of this reading is loosen your grip. So everything doesn't have to be so orderly and set up, right? Remember to be in that flow, following your divine inspiration. And it's that easy. You will attract to you what you've patiently been waiting for, okay? There's some Sagittarius energy coming through there. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. A lot of this has to do with the seeds that you've been planting and what is now starting to grow, all right, that you've been waiting patiently for. A lot of that energy is going to come in with these astrological events. And this was from being cracked open. Those messages about being cracked open, that's when this Ace of Pentacles is planted in there, okay? And nurturing that, when you nurture that, that's when this energy starts to be reciprocated into your life, into physicality, and you'll see it start to be reflected back to you. So again, don't forget to call on whale and orca elders. That's a big message coming through, working with whale spirit. Whales are the closest thing that we have right now to actual 5th dimensional energy and physicality. So call on them. They always come bearing gifts, and yeah, a lot of good things coming up. So please take care, and hopefully you can utilize this reading to help harness the energies with the super Virgo full moon coming up on the 6th or 7th, depending on where you are in the world. I just want to get one more thing. there's a moon magic mantra that I want to get. I'm connected to the earth and all life around me. Moon goddess Artemis. Yeah, so that's beautiful. Let's see. I invite peace within myself. I ripple this outwards. Definitely. That's a big underlying energy for this Virgo full moon. It has to do with the vibration that we're emitting internally and from going within, going deep, and what gems we're bringing up. Okay. Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. Yeah, definitely. Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. I know myself deeply and find myself worthy. Yeah, so some feelings of self-worth are coming up, and releasing those feelings of lack or abandonment, or like you're not good enough, or like there's certain things that you can't do. Spirit's here to say, I know myself deeply and find myself worthy. All right, so just some words of encouragement on your path. Namaste.